Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Friday, the 6th of October. So we've had a little bit of a change to the markets, quite a drastic change actually from yesterday. Yesterday, yen being that strongest currency, that has completely faded away now. So yeah, we've seen yen weaken quite significantly overnight and into the European session so far. Whether that is a play due to the upcoming data that we're having today, I'm not too sure. We'll go take a look at the yen in general in a moment. CAD the only currency here. We did have New Zealand dollar on here as a strong currency. You can see that it's topping our trend traders table at the moment, but that has gone away as well. So we're really only left with the Canadian dollar, and there's some big CAD data up today. So it may be one of these days where we just wait for the dust to settle. I think if we're looking at our calendar or what's on the slate today, you can see that we have the first non-farm payrolls since the Federal Reserve paused interest rates. So it's going to be a very interesting day in terms of a very highly anticipated event. Expectations are that we're going to see a drop from 187k down to 170k and a little bit of a downward move in the unemployment rate and a little bit of an uptick on the average hourly earnings. So there's potentially to be a bit of a mixed bag here out of the non-farm payrolls. If we have a look at what happened earlier in the week, if we just go over to Tuesday, we had some JOLTS job openings, but there was another bit of data on Wednesday, which was the AP non-farm employment change, and that actually came in well below expectations. So there could be a miss here from the data. We may get a slightly significant more sort of drop in that. So the dollar weakness that we're seeing towards the end of this week could potentially continue. Now, because we've got such high impact data, if I actually just filter this down as well, actually we'll just go here on the right hand side, you can actually see there's lots of CAD data as well. We usually get CAD employment data out at the same time as the NFP. So, you know, CAD, although it's on our tables as a confluenced currency, we do have high impact data today, which is obviously going to affect that currency and what we could potentially see from that. Now, going on the dollar index, I'm just going to highlight the US dollar index at the moment because obviously we've found some resistance. We're pulling back, heading into a big event. We could see some further downside. If you are in any kind of dollar news, so dollar trades, so we did look at the likes of Aussie US dollar instance for a bit of a move to the downside. If you're in anything here, you may want to reconsider your positions at the moment. Kiwi dollar popped up sometime this week, and I think also euro and pound did. So if you are in any of these markets, you may want to sort of consider your positions, rethink what you're going to be doing. Maybe even if you're in a good sort of a way, you might want to bank those positions and wait for the news, or just bank the positions, call it a day and say, yep, you know, we're heading into big data, we may as well just wait and see what happens there. Obviously, we're in Aussie yen at the moment. It's not looking good, to be honest. It's looking like we're going to get stopped out on this one. I was just watching the hourly chart and just seeing if this would eventually be a double top in there. So I like the idea of getting short around about the 94.50, 94.60 handle. We had a move down, we had the lower high. Everything up to this point here I thought was looking pretty good. The only thing, like I said yesterday, I didn't like was the fact that we were above the 50 MA. Sometimes when prices above the 50 MA, it can continue to push higher. Turns out that turned out to be the case. The next candlestick that we had literally rejected that 50 MA from the other side, and then we've pretty much overnight and into this European session, we've just gone higher. So it's not looking good here. The dashboard as well on Discord, if we just go on to Discord, I'm just going to bring over the dashboard. You can see, look at the yen complex here, 354 pips up. Look at all the green on that board there. Same with pound, really. Pound's looking a bit stronger as well. So very interesting to see that yen has changed so much, considering we did get that rejection of 150. We're now back at 149 on dollar yen. So are we going to see some rejections in at these highs that formed recently, or is price going to make another trip up to the 150? I think if it does, you know, again, that's going to be a very interesting point to just take a look at. We'll see what happens there. Obviously, if dollar yen can reach that point, then it may trigger some yen response across the board, and that could then obviously help out with our trades. But I think if dollar yen's at 150, Aussie yen is definitely going to have been stopped out by that point. But I'm going to hold it. I did say that I'm using a tighter stop loss on this one to try and get the better return here. You know, it may pop up into this sort of area here at 95. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm happy to hold this one. I was happy with the risk, so we'll see what happens there. CAD yen was another one of interest this week. It did bottom out at this 108 and has continued to rally, so I don't think there's anything here for us at the moment. CAD on the weak side, but if we look at this daily chart, again, it's kind of showing us that we've broken above yesterday's high. It's not looking great here for some further downside now. So the one currency pair that did pop up was Kiwi CAD. Kiwi CAD for potential long opportunities. Now, Kiwi CAD on a daily chart is in a very large bearish channel. This channel originated from the highs back here on the 13th of December. It spanned down, and you can see how well price has stuck within this channel here, especially the channel resistance. We're getting lots of touches on that channel resistance, so you know, that to me is a sign that these channel resistance is definitely an area of interest, and price is approaching that at the moment. So I think it's going to be very difficult to try and long into that or above that area without seeing clear breaks of it. I think if we've got clear breaks of this bearish channel resistance, then 0.84 could be something to watch for. That is the high that formed here back on the 14th of July. But until that happens, I'll be very cautious of getting long right now. If you look at it from that hourly point of view, we are sort of building a little bit of a sort of consolidation here, which could be a sign that, you know, price is going to start breaking to the upside there. But yeah, I don't see the return here at the moment, just because we are at that resistance point on that daily bearish channel. So I would like to see it come lower, to be honest. If we came into, let's say, the news today kind of push prices back down into the 0.8140 sort of area, these prior highs on the H4 chart, then, you know, that could be something of interest for us. So that's the area I'd be willing to look at on Kiwi CAD if we did get some kind of move. So if anything, I wouldn't really be looking for the long now. I'd be looking more on the short side. So, you know, if you could look at maybe the breakout retest and a short down to 8140, probably that would be a little bit better. But like I said, CAD data today is going to be really tough to try and trade that move. Big NFP data as well. It's probably best just to hold what positions we've got at the moment, see if we do get a little bit of, I suppose, a little bit of luck on our side. If we do see the breakdown here, then great. If not, we're going to be stopped out. But we'll see if there's any kind of anything else to look for later in the day. Thank you for watching this video. Catch you in the next one.